Hey everybody, happy Wednesday evening live tutorial. Also, my whiteboard is crooked stream. Ah, that's better. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? I hope everyone had a great several days wherever you are. I hope that most of you are cooler than those of us here in Dallas because it is hot. I had to walk.
Don't sit down on the sidewalks.
Don't sit down on the sidewalk. I really feel like that actually maybe is intuitive, but apparently not so much. But yeah, don't sit down on the sidewalk. Don't walk barefoot. Don't wear a black shirt and jeans and walk, 8 blocks in the blazing sunshine with no sunglasses, nor hat, nor parasol of any kind.
I certainly didn't do that too.
So what Heather and I are saying is we both had bad experiences walking in the sunshine today, and we highly don't recommend it. We advise against it. Like, hashtag bad life choices. Don't lean your arm out the window exactly because you will wind up with one. Though I don't even lean my arm out the window. This arm though, I finished my little patio on Sunday, my little paper patio with all my flagstones that I was putting in, and this arm is just like bruise upon, there's one here, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, like, and just, my right arm appears to have survived pretty bruise free, so I don't quite know what that's about, but yeah, don't lean your arm out the window. You wind up with one really tan arm and burns underneath from the metal in your car, and then one intact arm. Of course, I do remember fond memories, I don't know, but memories from my youth, just because my mom and I were talking about this yesterday. It was the avocado green Ford Granada that she had when I was like 4 years old, with caramel colored vinyl seats. Ooh. And the seats would get so hot in the summer that you had to bring a towel out to sit on, otherwise you would burn the bottom of your legs on the vinyl seats. And that was in Wisconsin, so I don't know what y'all did in Texas if you had vinyl seats. Same thing?
Same thing.
Was it 2 towels or was it just the same?
A towel to cover every vinyl surface.
There you go, a towel to cover every vinyl surface. So at least we've evolved beyond the burning hide of Naga in our cars. So there's that. All right, so welcome to the Wednesday evening tutorial stream. I do actually have a project for you tonight, not just random reminiscences involving avocado green Ford Granadas. What is the plural of Ford Granada?
Yeah, Granada.
Granada.
Fair. Oh, Amy claims that she didn't use towels because they were tough from all the butt whippings.
Oh.
So there is that. But this is our project for this. This is our project for this evening, which I named the dance earrings, primarily because I totally was inspired by a design in the Sundance catalog, and it was really late at night when I was compiling all my class data, and so they got called the dance earrings. So I just realized that the beads I chose for my class tonight are different than the beads I chose for my prototype. Really, you can go either way. So what do you need for this tutorial? I feel like I'm gonna put on my hand cam and it's gonna be like stupidly blown out. Oh my god, it's not. What? It looks normal. That's very strange.
What?
I don't know. Maybe somebody fed my camera some drugs or stopped feeding my camera some drugs. Unclear. But you're going to need 6 beads. So you need 2 bigger, 4 smaller. So I'm pretty sure on my prototype, and the reason I don't have my prototype in front of me is because I just sold it and it just walked out the door on somebody's ears. But I'm pretty sure on the prototype I did 8mm and 6mm beads. For tonight, I'm doing 10mm and 8mm beads. So once again, it just depends on how big ass you want your earrings to be. So 2 large, 4 smaller beads, so 8 and 6 or 10 and 8, whichever works for you on that. That was $6.29, right? Just checking.
Yeah. Yep. Cheers.
Oh, cheers to that. You're also going to need some smaller beads. And 3mm or 4mm beads. These are aquamarine, but you can use anything that is see, oh my god. Oh goodness. Oh, y'all are hilarious. English thighs make great broth. Good to know. So I've got these 3mm faceted aquamarines. You could use anything, crystals, gemstones, whatever works for you. You of course need a pair of ear wires if you're going to make a functional pair of earrings. And then of course you're going to need some wire. So for the base of the earrings, I'm actually using 22 gauge wire. So I'm using some gold-filled 22 gauge tonight. That's mainly because 22 will fit a wider range of beads than. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's about to be a long night too. 22 will fit a wider range of beads than 20. And the beads, the main beads, the round ones, not the little ones, actually go onto the wire in this particular tutorial. So that's why we're doing something a little smaller. So the 22 gauge, and then to put the beads on there, we're going to be using 26 gauge. As far as tools go, it's a pretty tool light tutorial, which is nice. Wow. Sorry. Oh. If you're going to be on the sales stream, I suggest pouring your, by the way, cheers. It's Champagne Wednesday at Beating Dreams, and we really needed it. But if you're going to be on the sales stream, I promise you, I'm going to be yawning a lot, so maybe pour yourself a lighter cocktail than usual. Tools, you're just going to need your 3 basics. That's going to be your round nose pliers, your chain nose pliers, and your wire cutters. Okay, so I'm going to start by cutting my wire, as is usually the way one starts when it's a wire tutorial. So I'm going to cut my 2 base pieces of 22, and then I am going to go ahead and cut, wow, my 2 pieces of 26 as well. I know earrings are your favorites. Me,
Oh, big ass.
specifically big ass earrings. Also, I don't think any of those words are odd. I think the only word that I should have auto-modded on Twitch is famous, though I need to check that because too many bots have been getting through.
Yeah.
But I think that big ass is actually totally allowed.
So is earrings, by the way.
That's true. Okay, so your 22 gauge just serves as a base for your beads. You don't do anything else with it, so it doesn't need to be super long. It doesn't even need to be super long. It just needs to be long enough to basically make that loop and do a wire wrap on top. So I'm going to do 2 6-inch pieces of my 22 gauge wire, and that's going to be more than enough. I'm really trying to breathe through the yawns. Woo. All right, and then I'm going to.
As long as you stay awake through the yawns.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to do that too? I can't just keep breathing and fall asleep?
No.
But why not? Well, shoot.
Maybe later?
When? Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
I think that's what it's gonna be. All right, and then we're gonna cut our 26 gauge wire. So our 26 gauge wire, we are doing a little bit of wrapping, so we want to make sure we have enough for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna cut 2. Oh, Lori. I mean, to be fair, 2 2-foot pieces of 26 is what I'm cutting. It would be fun, actually, to watch me just go, yeah, boom. Wow, holy crap. Okay, maybe caffeine.
Amy has a stream idea for you for next week.
Okay, cool. Wow. Does it involve me falling off my chair and or taking a nap on stream? Because I'm all for that. Sorry, Lori.
No?
Yeah, so we are, we're still pushing that huge deadline here at Beating Dreams. We're almost done. We are so close. Heather finished all of hers today. I'm down to my last 17 bracelets that I have to string by tomorrow, but of course I started stringing bracelets this morning at 4 a.m. and need to continue stringing basically until I can't keep my eyes open anymore tonight, and then get up and finish the rest tomorrow. So that's why we're hardcore with the caffeine. Yeah, see, Heather is a rock star. She did 367 bracelets. I am struggling with the last 17 of my portion of the order, which was only 90. So I am the slacker in this particular scenario. Because yes, Heather is absolutely a rock star, and she's the best. She's amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some earrings, shall we? I'm gonna take my strand of. I am a slacker. I haven't even done 90 bracelets yet. Like, total slacker. You did 367, and I've only done, what is that, 73? 83? 83. 73. Yes, because I didn't start with 100. I started with 90. So yes, I've only done 83. So,
Yeah,
slacker.
because you weren't doing anything else at all throughout all of this.
I wasn't. Just ask the bruises on my arm. They say no, I was doing nothing. Seriously, there's one there, one there, one there, one there.
They're nice and fancy earrings. Anyway.
Right, I was gonna say, I don't know what.
Well, we'll show your bruises on the next.
I don't know why my left arm got the exclusive bruisey treatment. Okay, so I cut open my strand of 3mm beads so that they're easily accessible, and now I'm going to start, as Heather suggested, making my earrings. So I'm going to take my 6-inch piece of 22 gauge wire, and I'm going to sort of find the middle. And by sort of find the middle, I mean just eyeball it, because we are going to be able to kind of slide this and move this back and forth. So there's my middle. And so I want to kind of guesstimate off of my middle where my first bead is going to go, and that's where I'm going to anchor on my wire. So I'm going to find that point. So that's about 1 inch off of center, give or take. So I'm going to take my 22 gauge wire and my 26 gauge wire. Hey V, how are you? Welcome to the tutorial stream. I'm going to cross my 26 gauge wire perpendicular to my 22 gauge wire, and I'm going to wrap that wire on 2 or 3 times. Apparently it's 3 times tonight. So I just have 3 little tight coils right there to anchor that wire on, and now I'm going to string on one of my smaller beads. So 6mm if you are following the supply list on the internet, 8mm if you're following along with what I'm using tonight. And then I'm going to take my wire and just bring that beneath my bead and wrap it 3 times around my 22 gauge wire. Now you have to be careful with your 22 gauge that you're not yanking on it too hard or it's going to bend. Excuse me. Now, if you are concerned about this, you could use 22 gauge half hard, or you could bump up to 20 gauge. Like I said, the only problem with 20 gauge is, I am so sorry, is it doesn't hold, or it doesn't fit through as many beads as 22 gauge does. Now I'm going to put on my large bead, which in this case is going to be a 10mm bead. I'm going to just pop that onto my 22 gauge wire like so. And then once again, I'm going to bring my wire around and wrap. And then another small bead. And bring your wire around and wrap. And then I'm going to not throw my other piece of wire on the floor because that's awesome. Okay, so now I've got my wire around one side of all 3 of my beads. Now I'm just going to do the same thing around the other side. So I'm going to go on, this is all on what I would call the bottom, so I'm going to go around on the top. So I'm just going to go over around my beads like so. And go ahead and hold those 2 pieces of wire against your bead as you wrap, because otherwise what's going to happen is they're going to start to migrate to the front or to the back. So again, around my bead, hold and wrap, and around my bead and wrap. So then I'm going to do that whole thing one more time. So I'm going to do another layer of just bare wire. So I'm going to go under, wrap. The cool thing about this project, or at least the thing that I think is cool, is it's a very organic project. So if you're having one of those days where you're like, I don't feel like being precise, this is a great project for you. I wouldn't be having one of those days right now or anything, just because I spent the past, 96 hours of my life stringing insanely precise, repetitive pattern bracelets in large quantities. I don't know why I would just want to, be like, whatever. Okay, I actually do know exactly why Heather's giving me the look. All right, at this point,
It's a mystery.
it's a mystery. At this point, it is probably secure enough that I can go ahead and cut that off. Also, I blame my lack of tacos.
Yes. What the heck was that about?
Yeah, because I did, we had a rough day here at the Beating Dreams, and so I decided that we all deserve tacos for our survival of today at the Beating Dreams, and so I ordered tacos, and as some of you know, I'm gluten-free, so I ordered my tacos with crispy corn, tortilla shells, and they came with soft flour tortilla shells, which is less edible for me if I don't want a migraine. So instead of 3 tacos and chips and jalapeno ranch, I just got jalapeno ranch and a side of rice. So that was a slightly less satisfying dinner/breakfast than I was hoping for. So yes, absolutely blame my lack of tacos, for sure. My lack of focus.
I'm welcome. I feel like we can blame a lot of things
That's
on the lack
true.
of tacos.
Yes, I feel like a lack of tacos,
For lack of a taco, the kingdom was lost.
right.
Yes.
And then all of the hungry women just ate everything. Or something like that. Okay, so now we're going to start adding beads. So I'm going to take my 3mm faceted beads, and I'm going to string enough to just kind of make an arch over this bead. It's like a little rainbow. Usually with an 8mm bead, that's 4 or 5. And I'm just going to string those on. My nails did not survive my labors of the weekend unscathed. This one just got caught and cracked right in half on the bottom there. Let's see, this one got lost on the way to work today. Just popped right off my finger, and this one got lost in my kitchen. It used to look like that, and it got lost in my kitchen. That was on Saturday. I finally found it today on the floor. So, the joys of wearing fake nails. The good news is, since asymmetrical nails are in, I just have to find another one that kind of blends in, and I'm fine. Do I want one more? No, I think we're good. Okay, so I'm just going to take, now this is my beaded wire. Okay, so it's got 5 of my 3mm beads on it. Take it over the top and wrap. Repeat. So then, since my center bead is bigger, it's probably going to take another bead or 2. So we're going to start with 6 and see how that goes. 6 beads. So, and up and over like that. Okay, so then we just repeat for my next bead, and then repeat going down around the bottom. So it is, of course, Wednesday. That means it is the first day of our streaming week. So we're super happy to be back with you all today. And that also means that it is live sale night tonight. Yes, it is. 5 beads. What are we going to have on the sale tonight? I have no idea. It's been that crazy of a day that I have absolutely 0 things pulled. So it's going to be a surprise to me as well as to you this evening when we start the sale, but whatever it is, I can guarantee you it's going to be something fun and fabulous. That is, of course, the Beating Dreams live merchandise sale that is going to happen on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of the tutorial stream. So that's going to be probably around 7:30, 7:45. Now we're going to do the same on the other side of our beads. And that, of course, is when you get the opportunity to have some bead retail therapy from the comfort of your couch, office chair, or wherever you happen to watch the Beading Dreams stream. You can, of course, participate in the Beading Dreams live merchandise sale on Facebook or Twitch. Oh. Well, you know, when your brain starts to boil inside of your skull, it's a thing. It's hard to think when your brain is boiling. Okay, so now we're just going to go around the bottom. Yeah, so Beading Dreams live merchandise sale on this channel in about 30 minutes after the conclusion of the tutorial stream. And of course, for anybody who's new to the stream, we do live merchandise sales every Wednesday and every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And sometimes we have stream-only specials. I haven't decided if we're going to have any of those tonight, but I'm leaning towards yes. I just have to figure out what they are.
Yeah.
And there are oftentimes shenanigans as well. I mean, usually our Saturday night sales are our, you know, super shenanigan sale, but last week Wednesday goes down in history as one of our wackiest and funniest sales ever.
Yes.
It was, of course, the genesis of the word decorating. For anybody who doesn't know, it's a fantastic word that you should absolutely make part of your vocabulary. As who doesn't need the word decorating in their vocabulary? And yeah, it was a good time. So if you want, even if you're not in a place to shop, you can absolutely help us out and support us by tuning in. And I guarantee you, we are probably going to make you laugh at least once, or at least I hope we are, during the stream. Okay, so come back here. 3, 4, 5. One more. I had 5, but one dropped off. Oh no. Also, instead of reading Lysistrata, I read Listeria, which is a completely different kind of joke.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, Pam. Uh-oh, Pam doesn't know about decorating.
Oh no! Pam!
Okay, so whilst I finish this earring, I'm going to briefly, again, okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and make a second layer. So I'm just going to put, it's basically +1 on each and continue what I'm doing. So, oh, I'm sure she does say it like that, but that's not, that's not where it came from. So for anybody who was absent last Wednesday, for anybody who missed class last Wednesday night or missed the sales stream, so we were led down a rabbit hole. Heather started it, by the way.
I did.
About
Yeah.
decorating of the private parts of one's body, and so we started talking about vajazzling, and then we're speculating as to whether there was a male equivalent to vajazzling, which there is, and it's called pajazzling, which we decided was lame and boring completely. Like, it needed a better name than that. And so Mary the librarian, in an absolute amazing bomb of all capital letters, declared that it should be called decorating.
Yes.
And at that point, the stream, including myself and Heather, just lost it for the rest of the night.
It was so amazing.
So funny. Wow. Oh my gosh, Pam, yes. Oh, did I lost a viewer because I said decorating? What?
Well, maybe you lost a viewer because it was dinner time. You never know.
Well, that's fair. I mean, but still. Oh my gosh, Pam, you should go back and watch the video just because it's
It was so funny, Pam.
Or at least, I mean, I haven't watched it, to be fair. I was just participating in it, but I think it was funny. Oh my gosh.
I certainly did make my mom nearly have she had a wheezing attack just like me when I told her that.
Yes, that's true. We did. It almost killed Heather from asthma.
Yes.
From laughing. I did not tell my mom about decorating. Hey, look, it's another bruise
She wouldn't find it that
on my
hilarious.
right hand.
Your mom misses out
No,
on
my
things.
mother does not have my mother does not have that sense of humor, but and then my stepmom got on at the end of Wednesday and I told her she should go back and watch it, but she should have it on her headphones so that my dad wouldn't necessarily know why she was cackling maniacally. Okay, so now I'm doing my second row, and sometimes you have to kind of do a little bit of adjusting. Like on this bottom swag here, I only put 6, but I've got 6 up here, and I've got this kind of conspicuous empty spot. So I'm gonna do 7, because why not? They don't, right? Seriously, if they don't have a sense of humor, shouldn't be on Twitch. At least not on the Beating Dreams Twitch. I mean, I feel like there are probably some serious Twitch channels out there.
You know, I think I may have accidentally gotten out of it. It may have been me. So
Oh,
you didn't lose a viewer.
I lost to Heather.
I'm not getting that.
Oh, no, let's don't. Oh, okay.
I'm not getting that 12 different ways.
No, I know, right? Oh, she'll probably call back tomorrow. I did tell her this week, but the week's not over yet.
It isn't.
It's been a really rough week.
Middle.
It's the end of the middle. I'm gonna say that on the sale. It is the end of the middle, but it is
that
that customer. Yep.
Yep.
Oh goodness. It just
It is not you, Smee.
it's not you, Smee.
I could see who it was, and it was not a Smee.
No. Not anyone near as nice as a Smee.
Oh, I wish. But
So-
Smee knows her.
As this goes, it tends to get even more organic as it gets. Oh my god, please tell me that's not her again.
It is.
Okay, just let her leave a voicemail. Because, no, we are not open. We haven't been open for 52 minutes. We done. We not done, but we done with that nonsense. At least we're on to this nonsense.
Yes.
Who we love.
We've changed nonsense.
We've changed nonsense. We like your nonsense much better.
So much.
Stream viewers. Okay, so I'm on my last one. So this is the only one that doesn't have. Yes, done. We are done with all of the in-person nonsense. Amy, unless you want to come knock at the door, but you're not nonsense. You're awesome.
Yes. I mean, sometimes you're nonsense, but the good kind.
So as this gets bigger, it's going to get a little bit more organic, which is totally fine. I'm going to do my last round of beads. And just wrap it off 4 or 5 times, or 3 times. I think I did 3 times. And well, if she is out front calling us, we are going to continue to hide back here in the streaming area. I'm betting that the stream sign probably did not get put up when somebody left. But no, we're staying away from Windows ASO.
We're pretending there's a tornado.
Exactly. Okay, so there we go. Ta-da!
But thanks to the new sink, both of us can't go in the bathroom at the same time.
Well, I think I could maybe fit under the sink.
Well, maybe
I
if
could
someone
try.
sat on the sink and someone sat on the toilet, that would be okay.
So yes, we did. It was an exciting day here at the Beating Dreams. We did get a new sink, which is a little overly large for the bathroom. That's my fault, but it is a delightfully large sink, which is going to be fabulous for us because we do lots of things in our sink aside from just, wash our pretty little hands. So I'm going to enjoy having a utility sink here. But it is a little bit wide. So you could go to sleep on the sink now when you're on the toilet if you
It's
really wanted
true.
to. So if you were just that tired, you could absolutely take a nap on the new sink. Okay, so this is what you should have at this point. Bless you. Now, this is actually a pretty cool bit because there are a number of things you could do with this. So we are going to turn this up and make it into kind of a teardrop, but you could also take this end here, turn it under, and make a loop on the top, and you could have an earring that looks like this as well. So really lots of fun things that you can do with this. So now let's go ahead and repeat that on our second piece of wire, second piece of 22 and 26 gauge wire, because of course earrings typically come in pairs. So we're going to cross over our 26 onto our 22 and we're going to wrap it on 3 times or so. Yeah, that was one of my clients who was who we were showing the new sink did comment that also it's very conveniently placed for anybody who needs a little bit of help.
Yes, getting up. Yeah.
Getting up, yeah. All right, so we're gonna go around that bead. And then put on our second bead. And go around that. So it doesn't really matter, and you'll notice I'm doing this differently than I did my first one. It really doesn't matter whether you go all up, 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 down, 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 or whether you go up, down, up, down. Seriously, makes absolutely no difference that I have noticed with the finished look of the piece.
I noticed. I didn't notice.
Did not
I didn't notice at all.
Okay, so then I'm going to go back and go on the opposite side. So whatever side of each bead doesn't have wire, that's where I'm going to travel my wire. And then I'm going to do a second layer. So we're going to go again around. And around. Around. And then repeat once again on whatever side of your beads you have not already put wire on. Now it's time to start adding our beads. Okay, so we're gonna grab once again, and believe it or not, it does take the better part of a strand of 3 or 4 millimeter beads. So I'm gonna start with 5 of them. Could be worse. Sarah Humphrey could have my cell phone number.
Oh gosh.
Or she could know about Twitch. Alright, put those on there.
I think your cell phone number would be worse than mine.
That's fair. I feel like I have a bit of you know.
You have a little get out of jail free card with that one, particularly.
Okay, so that was 5 for the first one. I'm going to do 6 for the second one. 3, 6. Though Heather texted me something about duck and cover earlier, and so now I have the duck and cover jingle, have had the duck and cover jingle in my head all day long.
Sorry.
You should be.
I am.
How dare you? Okay, so there's that. And so you can see as this evolves, like there's lots of cool, because this, you know, if I do this third one, this could also be a cool earring. So there's so much fun stuff you can do with this so simple technique. What?
I have a Sharpie. It's easier to write on that so you have a Sharpie.
Fair.
Well, now I can't find the Sharpie. Did I take the Sharpie over there and lose it?
Oh God, it's only Wednesday.
It's
We
only
cannot
Wednesday.
we can't beat us out of it.
Oh my gosh. What is...
Yay! That's awesome. So Dolly is using the Kitty Attractant cat litter. That's fabuloso.
Hey! Oh, there it is. It did take care of it.
So yay for that. Let's see. I don't have any good Ziggy Stardust shenanigans to report.
We have decided not to watch the game.
Right, exactly. We have decided not to watch Ziggy in the new sink, even though it's big enough, because we all want to live and we want all of our veins and arteries to be intact. So I'm just going to go back and once again, whichever side of my beads doesn't have, of my larger beads, does not have a little halo of smaller beads around it, I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. But yeah, that Kitty Attractant cat litter, for anybody out there who's a cat person who's having litter box issues with their cat, that was a miracle for me when one of my cats had and some of you actually were present for when, my Pika had the traumatic event with the dog. Remember the dog that in Richardson that got into the house twice and tried to eat my cat? Yeah, after the second incident with that dog, she started having litter box issues, and the litter attractant really, really helped her as well. Okay, so I'm just continuing to add my beads on. So that's my first row, and I'm going to do my second row, which is going to be just on the outside of my first. So I'm going to do about one extra bead per. If I have enough beads on the strand, I hope I do. I think I do. So I'm just stringing those beads on my wire. So yes, live merchandise sale, probably around 7:45, because since it's already 7:01, I'm guessing this tutorial is going to run till 7:15, so 7:45 is going to be our target start time for the live sale tonight. Don't exactly know what I'm going to be selling, but whatever it is, I guarantee it's going to be fun. 2, 4, 6, 7. And like I said earlier, if you're playing the drinking game, mix yourself a light cocktail, because I guarantee you I'm going to be yawning more than usual.
I might sing, just because I don't think I have any filter left.
So there you go. I will be yawning, Heather will be singing. We don't really want to send anybody to the hospital with alcohol poisoning, so, please bear this in mind when you're mixing your drink for tonight's Beating Dreams live sale stream. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yay! Hi, Leanne! Awesome! Leanne was in here the other day with her adorable daughter. Oh my god, so cute! And she got some awesome jade beads, from which she has made a bracelet, which Lori says she just drinks randomly. If she drinks when things happen on stream, it wouldn't be pretty. Fair. This is the good thing, at least, about playing drinking games in the comfort of your own home, is at least you're close to both the bed and the toilet. But yeah, Leanne, I'm so happy that you're happy with your jade beads and all your other beads. That's exciting. And seriously, your daughter, so freaking cute.
So cute.
So cute. I know she was being a little shy, so we were trying to give her some space, but so cute. All right, so now I'm on my second. Right, exactly. Stay on the same floor as the bedroom, if possible, when playing the Beating Dreams drinking game. Oh, 7. Righto. Let go. I heard that.
I can't stop. I've been up for a very long time.
Yes, it's true. Okay, so I'm down to one more, and seriously, I have literally used an entire strand of these little aquamarine beads. Like, the whole thing is now empty because it's all on these earrings. So even though it doesn't seem like you're gonna need that much, you really do. And this is back to anytime you're going, yay, all right, we'll see you in a minute, Leon. Well, we'll see you in 40 minutes. We're probably gonna start around 7:45, 7:50. But yeah, when you are, when you're doing things that are curved, it takes more of anything, more wire, more beads, more whatever. So if you're doing something that's curved, you really do need to account for extra. All right, so I wrapped that around. Now it's time for me to get rid of both of these tails. I'm going to trim my beginning one, and I'm going to trim my ending one. my 2 proto earrings here. The next part is super easy. I'm just going to take these 2 ends of 22 gauge wire and I'm going to just bend them up. And my goal is kind of a triangle-y teardrop shape. It's really up to you whether you go more triangle or more teardrop. Triangle is easier because it just pretty much goes like that. If you want more teardrop shaped, all you have to do is just use your fingers to curve that wire, and so that you get curved ends or curved sides instead of straight sides. And that gives you more of kind of a squared off teardrop sort of look. So I'm going to do that for both of mine. And it's worth noting that this construction will slide back and forth on your wire, so if it's not centered, it should be pretty easy to center it up. Alright, so I'm just going to bring those up. Ta-da! Like so. And so these are a little bit wider than my prototype, and that's probably because I used the 10 and the 8 instead of 8 and 6, but I'm digging it. I'm kind of digging it. I like it. Alright, so the finishing of these, super simple. If I have a short one and a long one, I'm going to take the shorter one and I'm just going to bend that around the other wire trim and just kind of press that closed. So what I have is now a little hook with my shorter wire around my longer wire. I do the same with my other one. So I'm going to go, grab it with my chain nose, hook it around, trim, press down. Okay, so now what we have is we have 2 kind of teardrop shaped earrings that are sort of anchored with these hooks on the top. We do want to sort of manipulate them a bit so that they are similar in size. Since I can't make the small one bigger, that means I have to make the big one smaller. Alright, so then you're going to bring your other wire up and just bend it straight up so that it's kind of centered over the central axis of that earring. And then continue to bend it back, trim it short, grab your round nose, and roll that over to make a loop. And that's where we're going to attach our ear wire. Like so. Again, you're going to take that wire, you're just going to bend it back from the center, so you're going to continue bending it to the center and then just go beyond the center to get an angle like that. You're going to trim it down, and how straight you're going to trim it down just depends on how big you want that loop to be. I'm going to do about 3/16 of an inch, and then we're going to roll that over. Like so. 10 millimeter, 2 10s, 1 per earring, 4 8s, 2 per earring, and then these are 3 millimeter beads. So 10, 8, and 3 are the sizes that I am using on my project this evening. And then we're going to go ahead and add our ear wires, and that literally is it for the project. So I'm just going to take my ear wires, grab with my chain nose, and twist that open, like so. Drop my earring down on it and close it up. Remember, when you close it up, you want there to be no space in between that loop and the ear wire. We're going to repeat with the other earring. Open your ear wire. Notice I opened it by twisting it. That's how you get to preserve this circle. Drop that earring on and then twist it back. And there we go. And that's it. Seriously, that is it. That's our dance earrings tutorial. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us on the Beating Dreams stream this Wednesday night, the kickoff for our streaming read the week, the precursor, that's not a thing, precursor to our live merchandise sale, are dance earrings. Yay. Thanks y'all so much. All right, so for anybody out there who doesn't know me, I'm Allison from Beating Dreams in Dallas, Texas. We are an actual brick and mortar retail bead store. We are here on Lovers Lane in Dallas, open for business. Woo! Monday through Saturday from 1 p.m. until 6 p.m. If you're not local in Dallas, you can find us on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, 5 times a week with complimentary tutorials. We do stream Wednesday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time, plus Thursdays at noon, and live merchandise sales every Wednesday and every Saturday at 7:30 p.m.-ish. That means that two things. Number one, we'll be back on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, with a new tutorial tomorrow at noon. Our noon stream is going to be this one. This is our simple, easy leather bracelet, really just a strip of leather, adding a bead to it, and then cutting a closure for a button. Very, very easy if you want to take a foray into super simple leather crafting. It's a great project for you. And then, of course, we'll also be back on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, with our live merchandise sale in just 30 minutes. I don't know what the heck I'm selling tonight, so I should probably go figure that out. So that means that it is time for me to sign off of the tutorial stream. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us this Wednesday evening on the Beating Dream stream. For anybody who's joining us with this for the sale, don't forget to pour yourself a cocktail. Make sure you got some hydration handy, grab a snack, and get comfy, get cozy, get ready for some retail therapy in the comfort of your living room, office, or wherever you watch the Beating Dream stream. So I'm going to go figure out what I'm selling, and we'll be back on this channel, twitch.tv/Beating Dream, at about 7:45 for our live merchandise sales. Everyone, if you're joining us for the sale, looking forward to seeing you then. If you're not going to join us for the sale, hopefully we'll see you on another stream really soon.